chosen ones. Someone close to you made a wish this season, and it wasn't for your happiness. While the world wrapped presents and sang carols, certain people in your bloodline were praying for your destruction. They toasted to your downfall. They whispered your name in dark places. They wanted you erased before the new year arrived, and the reason why will shake you to your core. What you're about to discover isn't just about jealousy or petty hatred. This goes deeper than you ever imagined, reaching back through generations, touching something in your very DNA that terrifies them. And you need to understand why they targeted you, why they failed, and what happens next. But here's what they didn't count on. You discovered the ultimate counterweapon. You can MK Ultra yourself, straight into 5D superpowers. We took their dark consciousness control technology, cracked it wide open, reversed it, and handed it back to the chosen ones as Destiny Engine. Destiny Engine is AI-powered, declassified mind reprogramming technology, the same tools they use to install generational curses, scarcity, fear and sabotage, now flip to overwrite every limiting program and activate your full galactic DNA, timeline jumping, instant manifestation, psychic clarity, ancestral healing, neural override that clears lineage trauma and brings your mission fully online. Custom binaural beats, healing frequencies, subliminals, and personalized voice-guided sequences go straight to your subconscious, bypassing resistance, dissolving every curse, every binding, every parasitic attachment they tried to place on you. Put on headphones, press play, that's it. Thousands of chosen ones are already using Destiny Engine in this exact integration window. People who carried decades of unexplained heaviness, mysterious illnesses, and blocked abundance are waking up transformed in weeks or single overnight sessions. For just $1, every generational block gets overwritten. Your 5D abilities come online. You join the most powerful frequency network rising on the planet right now. Click the link in the description and start your Destiny Engine today. Turn their stolen tech into rocket fuel for your divine inheritance. Picture a family gathering where everyone smiles for the camera, but behind those smiles certain relatives are calculating your demise. That's been your whole life. That's the reality you've been living in without fully understanding it. The celebration you see coming toward you, the success that's building in your life right now, this wasn't supposed to happen. According to their plans, you should be broken by now. You should be struggling, confused, barely surviving. Instead, something shifted. The universe had different plans. Your ancestors had different plans, and the people who wanted you gone are now scrambling to understand how you're still standing, how you're still thriving, how everything they threw at you bounced back and hit them instead. This story starts where most people's nightmares begin. Inside your own family, inside your own home, with the people who were supposed to protect you, but instead saw you as a threat from the moment they recognized what you carried inside you. We're talking about a betrayal so deep that it reaches back to your childhood, maybe even before you were born. Someone looked at you as a baby, as a young child, and felt something dark stir in their chest. Not love, not pride, fear, raw, consuming fear, mixed with a jealousy so toxic it poisoned everything around you. They saw something in you that reminded them of their own failures. Maybe you looked like someone from the lineage who achieved great things. Maybe you carried yourself with a confidence they never had. Maybe you asked questions they couldn't answer, showed talents they couldn't understand, or demonstrated a resilience that exposed their weakness. Whatever it was, they made a decision early. You had to be stopped, your light had to be dimmed, your path had to be blocked, and they convinced themselves they were doing the right thing. The manipulation started small, comments designed to make you doubt yourself, opportunities mysteriously disappearing right when you were about to seize them, relationships sabotaged before they could blossom, money problems that seemed to follow you like a shadow no matter how hard you worked, health issues that doctors couldn't fully explain, a heaviness in your spirit that you couldn't shake, like you were walking through mud while everyone else ran on solid ground. You thought it was just bad luck. You thought maybe you were cursed with terrible timing. You blamed yourself for not being strong enough, smart enough, connected enough. But it wasn't you, it was them, working against you from the inside of your own circle. Here's what they did. They found people who knew how to manipulate energy, how to send focused intention toward destruction. Some call them practitioners, some call them workers. The label doesn't matter. What matters is they paid these people good money to target you specifically. They gave them your name, your photos, personal items that carried your energy. They sat in sessions describing everything they wanted to happen to you: financial ruin, relationship disasters, mental confusion, physical decline. They wanted you isolated, weakened, dependent, and ultimately erased. And these practitioners went to work. They performed rituals designed to bind your progress, to cloud your mind, to make you stumble at every turn. They tried to attach things to your energy field that would drain you slowly, like parasites feeding on your life force. They attempted to manipulate your emotions, amplify your fears, make you feel worthless and hopeless. They even targeted your children if you have them, trying to create chaos in the next generation, trying to ensure your lineage never rose to claim what was rightfully yours. Month after month, year after year, some of you have been under this assault for decades, since childhood, since before you understood what was happening. They were relentless because what you carry terrified them that much. The wealth that's encoded in your bloodline, the gifts that live in your DNA, the destiny written in your name. They saw it all and they wanted it stopped before you ever figured it out yourself. Now here's the part that's going to hit different. They failed. Everything they tried, every practitioner they hired, every ritual they performed, every curse they attempted to place on you, it failed. Not because they didn't try hard enough, not because the practitioners weren't skilled, but because you're protected by something they can't touch, can't manipulate, can't override. You're backed by a power that predates their schemes, that sees through their intentions, that turns their weapons back on them with surgical precision. You kept getting up. Every time they thought they had you down for good, you rose again. Slower maybe, tired definitely, but you rose. When they expected you to give up, you kept pushing. When they thought you'd lose your mind, you found clarity. When they assumed you'd stay broke, money found its way to you through unexpected channels. When they believed you'd die alone, real connections appeared in your life. You frustrated them because you wouldn't stay in the box they built for you. And something else happened that they never anticipated. You started figuring it out. Piece by piece, you began connecting the dots. You noticed patterns in who showed up during your lowest moments. You recognized the false concern, the fake support, the people who seemed pleased when you struggled. You felt the shift in energy when certain relatives were around. You had dreams that showed you the truth. You received downloads that exposed the game. Your intuition, which they tried so hard to scramble, started speaking to you in a language you couldn't ignore. You began pulling back, setting boundaries, cutting off access, blocking phone numbers, refusing to share your plans, keeping your victories private, and they panicked. Because when you withdrew your energy from their circle, they felt the loss immediately. The access they had to your light, your ideas, your life force gone. The information they used to gather to plot their next move, cut off. The satisfaction they got from watching you struggle, denied. So they escalated, they got desperate. They went back to their practitioners with more money, more urgency, more detailed instructions. They tried to force situations that would bring you back under their control. They manufactured emergencies. They sent flying monkeys, people who didn't know they were being used, to check on you, to gather intel, to try to pull you back in. They spread rumors to damage your reputation. They attempted to turn others against you. They even tried to make you think you were crazy, that you were paranoid, that you were imagining the warfare. But here's what they miscalculated. Every attack they launched strengthened you. Every obstacle they placed in your path taught you something valuable. Every betrayal they orchestrated refined your discernment. Every lie they told about you revealed who your real allies were. They thought they were breaking you down when actually they were building you up, forging you in fires that would prepare you for the greatness they feared. The wealth that's coming to you now, the opportunities opening up, the recognition you're starting to receive, this is generational. This isn't just about you working hard or getting lucky. This is about an inheritance that was always meant to reach you, wealth that your ancestors accumulated and protected, knowing that one day someone in the line would be strong enough to carry it forward. You're that someone, the chosen one in your family line who would break the cycles, heal the wounds, and step into the abundance that previous generations could only dream about. Your relatives sensed this before you did. They saw the markers. Maybe you resembled a wealthy ancestor. Maybe you had the same mannerisms as someone who built an empire. Maybe you asked questions about family history that made them uncomfortable because you were getting too close to hidden truths. Maybe you just carried yourself with an authority that exposed how small they felt inside. Whatever tipped them off, they knew you were the one. And instead of celebrating it, instead of supporting your rise, they decided to destroy you. Think about that level of dysfunction. Think about that depth of sickness, your own blood looking at your potential and choosing to kill it. Your own family seeing your gifts and deciding to bury them. The people who should have been your first cheerleaders became your primary saboteurs. The ones who should have opened doors for you locked them instead. The protection you deserved as a child got replaced with spiritual warfare you didn't even know was happening. But every villain makes one fatal mistake. They always underestimate the power of divine timing and cosmic justice. See, while they were busy plotting in the shadows, the universe was documenting everything. Every intention they sent your way, every dollar they spent trying to curse you, every lie they told, every manipulation they attempted, all of it recorded, all of it witnessed, all of it marked for return. And now the return is happening. Right now, the karma they accumulated is coming due with interest. The practitioners they hired are facing their own destruction because the work they did against you violated spiritual law. The relatives who orchestrated this are watching their own lives fall apart in ways that mirror exactly what they wanted for you. The money they spent trying to curse you is being drained from their accounts through unexpected emergencies. The health they tried to steal from you is deteriorating in their own bodies. The confusion they wanted to place on your mind is scrambling their ability to think clearly. You're watching it happen. You're seeing them panic. You're witnessing the fear in their eyes when they realize their schemes didn't just fail, they backfired spectacularly. Every negative thing they sent your way is returning to them multiplied, and there's nothing they can do to stop it, because this isn't your doing. This is universal law asserting itself. This is divine justice executing its verdict. This is the cosmos correcting an imbalance they created. Some of them are getting physically sick. Some are losing their positions and status. Some are watching their own relationships crumble. Some are experiencing financial collapse after years of stability. Some are being exposed publicly for things they thought were hidden forever. Some are losing their minds, haunted by what they've done, unable to sleep, unable to find peace. And a few, the ones who went the hardest against you, are facing outcomes that would be too dark to speak aloud. You didn't have to lift a finger. You didn't have to plot revenge. You didn't have to curse them back. You just had to keep standing, keep walking your path, keep trusting the process, keep believing in your destiny, even when everything visible suggested you should give up. Your faith in yourself, your connection to something greater than their small-minded hatred, your refusal to become what they tried to make you, that's what triggered their downfall. And now you're entering a season they never wanted you to see. The success is coming faster than you can process it. Opportunities appearing out of nowhere, money flowing from directions you didn't expect, people of influence noticing you and wanting to help, doors opening that you didn't even knock on, your mind clearing of all the fog they tried to create, your body healing from mysterious ailments that doctors couldn't cure. your spirit rising with a lightness you haven't felt since childhood, maybe since before they started their assault. This is your time, not because you're lucky, not because you finally figured out the game, but because you were always meant to reach this moment. Your ancestors fought for you to get here. The universe conspired to keep you alive, sane, and positioned for this breakthrough. Every hardship you endured was preparation. Every betrayal you survived was a test. Every moment you wanted to give up but didn't was proof that you carried something too important to be stopped by jealous relatives and hired practitioners. The generational wealth is yours. The doors they tried to keep closed are swinging open. The success they wanted to steal is manifesting in your life with divine speed. The celebration they wanted to deny you is happening right now, and they have front row seats to watch you win. They have to see it. They can't look away. They can't escape the evidence that you were chosen, you were protected, and you were destined to rise no matter what they did. Here's what you need to understand as you move forward. This victory isn't the end of your story. This is the beginning of your real work. You're not just rising for yourself, you're breaking chains for everyone who comes after you. You're healing your family line. You're stopping the cycle of jealousy and sabotage that has plagued your bloodline for generations. You're proving that chosen ones can't be stopped by small-minded people with dark intentions. Your success becomes a testimony. Your wealth becomes a resource for others they tried to keep down. Your influence becomes a platform for truth they wanted silenced. Your very existence becomes a reminder that divine protection is real, that ancestral backing is real, that destiny can't be derailed by envy and witchcraft. You're living proof that the universe doesn't abandon its chosen ones, even when their own family does. So when you step into these blessings, when you receive this wealth, when you walk through these open doors, do it with your head high. Do it knowing that you earned this through survival, through resilience, through maintaining your spirit when everything around you tried to crush it. Do it understanding that this isn't just your victory, it's a victory for every chosen one who's been sabotaged by their own bloodline, for every person who's been spiritually attacked by people who should have loved them, for every individual who kept going when all evidence suggested they should quit. They wanted you gone by Christmas. They wanted you erased before the new year. They wanted to celebrate your absence like it was a gift to themselves. Instead, you're here, stronger than before, clearer than ever, connected to your purpose in ways that terrify them, walking into a future so bright it makes their plotting look like the foolishness it always was. The practitioners they hired are finding new clients, their own relatives who turned on you because karma works in circles. The family members who led the charge against you are discovering that attacking a chosen one comes with consequences they can't negotiate away. The lies they told are being exposed. The money they spent on your destruction is flowing to you in supernatural ways. The energy they tried to steal is returning to you purified and amplified, and you're just getting started. The wealth coming your way isn't a one-time windfall, it's generational. It builds, it multiplies, it creates opportunities for your children and their children. It establishes your name in places where your family name was either unknown or spoken with shame. It transforms your entire lineage from this point forward. You're not just successful, you're legendary. You're the one they'll talk about for generations. The chosen one who survived the warfare, broke the curses, claimed the inheritance, and changed everything. Your story becomes the story they tell to warn others. Don't touch the chosen ones. Don't plot against the protected. Don't try to stop what the universe has ordained. Because the backlash isn't just spiritual, it's total, it's complete, it's irreversible, and it serves as proof that divine justice doesn't just balance the scales. It tips them in favor of those who endured, who kept faith, who refused to become bitter despite every reason to do so. So as you move forward into this next chapter, remember what you survived. Remember who tried to stop you. Remember the nights you cried alone, wondering why your own family couldn't just love you. Remember the confusion you felt when nothing made sense. Remember the exhaustion of fighting battles you didn't understand. Remember all of it, not to hold grudges, not to seek revenge, but to remind yourself of your strength, your resilience, your undeniable proof that you were chosen for something they could never touch. Walk into your destiny, knowing that what's yours can't be stolen, what's meant for you can't be blocked, who you are can't be diminished by people who tried to dim your light. You're here. You survived, you're thriving, and the best part of your story is still being written. The wealth is just the beginning, the success is just the surface. The real treasure is who you became through this fire, who you'll continue to become as you step fully into your power. They wanted you gone by Christmas. Instead, you're standing here at the threshold of everything they feared you'd become. A chosen one who knows their worth, a survivor who transformed their scars into wisdom, an heir who claimed their inheritance despite every attempt to keep it hidden, a light that refused to be extinguished no matter how much darkness surrounded it. This is your moment. Own it, celebrate it, let it fuel you forward into the greatness that was always your destiny. And when you look back at those who tried to destroy you, don't hate them, pity them, because they'll spend the rest of their lives knowing they had a chance to be part of something legendary and they chose jealousy instead. They could have risen with you. They chose to sink alone. You're the chosen one. You always were. And nothing, no practitioner, no family member, no curse, no scheme could ever change that. Welcome to your season. Welcome to your wealth. Welcome to the life they tried to steal but the universe protected. This is just the beginning, and they have to watch you